Hi, this is Paul from Supporting Act Counseling, and today we're going to be talking about how to survive the holidays. Now, you might be saying, wait, I don't feel like I need to survive the holidays. They're a great time. And for a lot of people, they are. But for a lot of people, they're a really tough time. Maybe you've lost someone around the holiday season in the past, and so it's a time of mourning and grief. Other times, the holidays are really great, and at the same time, they can be really stressful. You might have a lot of get-togethers to go to, or you may have a lot of gifts to give and schedules to follow, and it can just be really difficult and really stressful. And so we're going to talk about some of the things today that can help you thrive during the holiday season. And what I've noticed talking to people in the last couple of weeks is that people aren't really feeling as much in the holiday spirit this year. They're kind of having the feelings like they have in January, typically that after Christmas letdown and it's dark and cold out and there's not much to do. And so I think a big part of that is coming from this year being different with COVID. And so one of the big ways that's going to help with that is practicing acceptance around the fact that this year is simply different. And my last video I did was about acceptance. So if you didn't watch that, go back and watch it. But briefly, just to review, when we don't accept things that we cannot change, we have pain and then we have more suffering. But if we do accept the things that we can't change, we have pain, but the suffering goes down. So this year, if your Christmas looks different, maybe you can't get together with a big group of people like you would have in the past. You have the pain of not being able to do that. You don't have the fun and get all the food and the good times with friends and family. And if you don't accept it, your suffering goes up. You feel miserable that you can't do it. But if you accept it, you still have the pain of it, but your suffering goes down. So we want to work really towards accepting that this year's different, and it's unfortunate, but that's okay. And hopefully by being safe, that means that we'll have even more Christmases to enjoy with the people we love in the future. And so part of that is not catastrophizing that this year is different. I know it's difficult for people. I know that people are lonely and they miss their family, and the holidays are the time for that. But again, by not practicing that acceptance, the suffering only goes up. So along with acceptance, one thing that I notice a lot in families and in groups of people is that they often put previous years on pedestals and past times in their lives on pedestals, kind of look back at the good old days. And so we want to, again, be really cautious about doing that. We kind of want to be more mindful in the here and now. And the other thing is, we often put the positive aspects of those past times on a pedestal, but there's maybe also some really negative times along with those, or negative things that happen. Maybe like, do you remember how tired you were after the holidays? I mean, they're fun, but they can also be exhausting. So we just want to be really mindful in the moment, in the present. This is the year we're in, and these are the things that we're dealing with. I'm not saying it's wrong to reminisce about the past, but you don't want to get so stuck on that you don't allow yourself to accept where we're at now and enjoy the present. A concrete thing, kind of two concrete things that could help with the holiday season, especially if you're taking time off and will be kind of off of either work or school or whatever you do, whatever takes up the majority of your time. And these were covered in previous videos as well, but that's maintaining a schedule and also limiting substances. So with a schedule, it's not bad to pick a few days and sleep in and enjoy that, stay up late. I'm not saying it's wrong, but if you're gonna have an extended period of time off, maybe try not to stay up too late or sleep in too late. That'll also help you get back into a rhythm after the holidays and getting back into work or school after that. And then also limiting substances. So you don't want to be that aunt or uncle, that has had a little too much and then causes problems at the Christmas party. So just limit how much you have and be careful, right? So a lot of times we see in families and friend groups, when maybe someone has a little bit too much to drink, then that's when, they start saying things they wouldn't normally, or causing drama that wouldn't normally be there. And so just be mindful of that this season, and especially this season as we've seen alcohol consumption being much higher during COVID. And then probably one of the biggest things that I would say that is important during this time is finding healthy balance. So sometimes when we go and visit friends or family during the holidays, we feel like, man, we got to spend all our time with each other and just blitz this because we don't see each other a lot, especially during COVID. You're probably not seeing people. And so, but then have you ever noticed that sometimes maybe after you spend a couple days with people that you end up, getting short with people and maybe a little edgy and irritated. So it's not bad to spend a lot of, spend time with the people that you love, but then also spending some time maybe with different people or some time by yourself. Maybe you spend some time hanging out with friends and family, and then you spend some time by yourself, reading, watching a movie, doing something on your own. So that's okay, because if you spend so much time with people that it's stressing you out, what ends up happening is we get angry, we say things we don't mean, and then that just ends up ruining the time. You're better off just taking some time to yourself and then having that healthy balance. And then the last thing is, and this is something that I think could be applied all year round to your life, but is the idea of increasing gratefulness. So there's a quote that I love. It's not happy people who are thankful, it's thankful people who are happy. Because thankfulness is a practice that you do, that you actually are intentional about. You maybe sit down and you think about the things you were grateful for that day, or the things that you're grateful for in general, and then that helps increase feelings of happiness. So this season can be a time of gratefulness for a lot of people, but with the stress and with pressure and gift giving, there can also be a lot of, people can be jealous, they can be angry, they can feel let down and disappointed. And so really bringing in a level of gratefulness for whatever it is you have. We often compare ourselves to other people and what do they have versus what we have. If you sit down and really spend some time thinking about how grateful you are for what you have and who you are, that will really help this time of year go smoother for you. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a happy holiday season and stay safe. Thanks.